how do vloggers start? It always starts with pretty terrible video, surely. So hope you're ready. I'm in New Zealand. People have been asking what am I doing at the moment, because quarantine, it's 2020, coronavirus, shit is real, is still at large. This is currently my hotel room. It's kind of tidy if I don't show you that much. What am I doing? That's great. Let me give you a rundown of what's happened so far. I'm back with the people and the things that support me most. Licorice. Salt and vinegar chips. But the real salt and vinegar chips. What has happened? Took a flight from Melbourne to Auckland. The flight was full. It was the first one out for like 3 weeks. In Melbourne, since like lockdown and New Zealand having too many people at the border to control and take care of. So anyway, 27th of July, first flight out of Melbourne to Auckland, and it was packed. It was the only flight going, so the airport was pretty dead. A lady came up to because I came with my friend Jess, who is also from Tauranga, my hometown. We were both approached and asked if we have New Zealand passports, because that's the only way that we're getting out, because if we had any other passport, you have to be going back to your home country or have an exemption for travel, which a guy behind us didn't have an exemption. He was on an Australian passport, so I think he got questioned, but I'm pretty sure he made it on the flight. Anyway, there was no social distancing on the flight. Like, how can you? Everyone's wearing masks. You're trying not to breathe on each other, but for a flight that's, you know what, 3 hours? 3.5 hours? Not that long, but close proximity to everybody. So let's summarize what's happened so far. I made friends with the guy sitting next to me. Normally, I hate talking to people on the plane. I want to get to my destination. I want to watch my TV shows and movies. Please don't talk to me or ask me if you can borrow my headphones, or do you have a tissue, or just we exist, but we are not friends. Anyway, somehow ended up talking to him because people are desperate to chat at these times. And he was really nice. He had like a full gas mask when he first came on the plane, which was a little bit alarming. But anyway, turns out he's moving back to New Zealand. His screen didn't work to order food and drinks. So I ordered some on mine, and he insisted that I take the $50 note from him for one beer. So I made some cash up in the sky. Is that the Mile High Club? Maybe. No, he also was very into conspiracy theories. I could tell because one of the first sentences that escaped his mouth about coronavirus was, the government's just using this to push their agenda. And I was like, preach, tell me more. So the rest of that flight was interesting. He did invite me on a trip from the North Island to the South Island that he's doing, and I was like, thank you. I don't know how I deflected, but I managed to escape that one. Anyway, that happened. He is not in the same hotel, thank goodness, because that would be awkward. I did also get courted by somebody else who looks like what I can only describe as like Bomb Funk MC freestyler. He was freestyling in the foyer. So this guy, he has a face tattoo of like fingers here. Māori guy. Lovely. Chatty. What is it about my face that says, please talk to me? I would love to chat to you. I don't know, but I wish I could fix it. I thought I had a really good RBF. Anyway, he told me his room number. Basically, after a while, asked if I had a boyfriend. I said no, of course. Said I could come by to his room at any time. His mates were having a good old giggle, like the kind of one, which I missed a little bit, you know, New Zealand. Yeah, so I was courted by a Māori freestyle, dreaded hair, blonde tips player who was unfamiliar where South Yarra was in Melbourne, which, you know, I'm a little bit bougie. I'll admit that. I will admit that. I would never pay for this on my own trips, but I like a little bit of luxury. Sue me. You can't, because New Zealand. Anyway, yeah, got courted by some man. I had a noise complaint. I had my singing lesson on day 3. And so it was about 8 till 9 p.m. New Zealand time. So obviously, you know, I was killing it. I was working on some blue scales and Tori Kelly runs, vocal runs. Not running, don't like running, vocal runs, yes. Which honestly, I wasn't failing at, but I can imagine hearing it over and over, possibly infuriating because jealousy. That's the only reason I can think of. So yeah, I finished my singing lesson, got a knock at the door. Management was here to tell me to please be quiet because I had noise complaints. So I've been trying to snoop and see if I can find the names to my neighbours. Just to see, you know, if I need to have beef with them or not, or if I need to. I found one on Instagram. And I'm thinking I might message him just to be like, hey, sorry for singing so loud. We'll see how bored I get next week. I might want to do some stirring, you know. Anyway, noise complaint, tick. What else has happened? Honestly, that's about as eventful as it gets. I did try to do a cartwheel in here. Not that good. Not that much space, to be honest. So I'll put in a feedback for the Pullman Auckland just to tell them, you know, sort it out. It's very important. I've had some Uber Eats. Very eventful. I've watched a lot of TV shows. Currently, I've finished Prison Break. Now I'm on to How to Get Away with Murder. The next one I'm thinking is You. Yeah. Let's hope next week goes about as good as this. Because she's running out of content. Not that my life is content. I don't care that much about my life being on display. People just really seem to enjoy me doing weird stuff. I did move my 2 beds together, which you can kind of see in the background. It's great. One is comfier than the other. I will sleep in the comfy bed. The other bed is for chilling, watching movies, jumping on. Judith told me that basically the nurse that comes to take my temperature every day, the first 2 days saw me in my pajamas. Second day decided to call me out on it, and that was rude. I think her name was Judith. I'm just gonna call her Judith because she wasn't a Karen, and she wasn't like a Mary. She was a Judith. She was a Rudith. Thank you, Indigo. She told me that, in pajamas again today, and I was like, yeah, what else am I gonna do in here except for wait around for you to knock on my door and give me this sass? So the third day I decided to get changed out of my clothes and out of my pajamas into clothes. Who comes to the door? Not Judith. Sad. The one thing I had to look forward to prove that I wasn't a slob, she didn't even come. So also that day the nurse did tell me to keep being a queen, and I was like, yes, I will impose taxes on you. Thank you. Yeah, we're at day 5. I'm out.